Chant first, Mataji.
Yeah, we can. ज्ञानञ्जलाशलाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टां स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा माया ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम् Vandeyam Shri Guru Chito Padukamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sarajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitan Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana
Taptakanchana
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishnumanusute
Radhe
Devi Pranami Hari Priye
Vanchakalpatarubhishya
वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale
Krishna.
Shrimati Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityananda Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashati Shatani. Hare Krishna
Hare
everyone.
Krishna. Thank you.
So I've tried to do something with pictures more. So if anyone want to share more about this pastime, so Lord Hanumanji, they are welcome. So I've written here Bhakta Shiromani Shri Hanumani Ki Jai. Shri Raghu Maharaj always used these words Bhakta Shiromani because Hanuman is Bhakta Shabdar. So we first look at the birth of Lord Shri Hanuman. So Anjana was Lord Hanuman's mother, and she was one of the 16 matrikas. Matrikas were celestial ladies. Once Anjana visited the Swarga planet, maybe I got that from the internet, so how that maybe the Swarga planet. And then when she arrived in the assembly of Indra, Indra was very attractive to her, but she rebuked him. So Indra couldn't bear this insult and cursed her that she will be born in the monkey-faced Vanar race. In course of time, she was born as the daughter of Kunja, a Vanar knight. When she grew up, she married Keshri, a famous knight of the Vanar race. Then one day, while Keshri was in meditation at the southern seashore, Maharishi Agastya became the Titi of Keshri. Anjana welcomed the unexpected guest and served him wholeheartedly. Agastya was highly satisfied and told her to ask for any boon she wished. So Anjana asked for the mightiest son who will be highly bold and strong in the world and totally devoted to universe welfare. Soon after Maharishi granted the boon, Maharishi Agastya realized that Lord Shiva himself was going to be born as the son of Anjana. He ordered her to go to meditate on the hill of Venkatadri in Vrishabhachal on the bank of Akash Ganga. This was the most appropriate place to materialize her desire. Thus one day she was absorbed in a long meditation. The wind god Pavandev appeared and blessed her that she will bear a mighty son, one who will not be affected by any weapons whatsoever. He also said that he shall become her son himself, who will be equal to him in power and speed. Thus saying, the wind god infused his life into Mother Anjana. So the Ramayana locates the birthplace of Hanuman in Kishkinda. Now, some say that it is in Nasik, others say that it is in the Gangavati Talukupal district, or others say that it is Karnataka. So difficult to know what's where. Raji, you want to add anything from the birth of Hanumanji? Anyone want to add anything?
What there's one pastime that says that when Dashrath Maharaj was doing the yagya to get these sons,
Yes.
and then he was given the care by the personality came out of the fire. So part of that care actually was taken by an eagle, and the eagle actually dropped it where Anjana was, and she actually took that care. And so again, it's related to Dashrath's son that way.
Yes. Yeah, I've read that too.
Mm.
Anybody else? So we can pass to Hanuman's childhood pastime.
Yeah.
So according to Valmiki's Ramayana, one morning in his childhood, Hanuman was very hungry and he saw the rising red-colored sun. So Hanuman mistook the Surya Dev for a ripe fruit and he leapt up to eat it. So King Indra intervened and struck Hanuman with his thunderbolt. It hit Hanuman on his jaw, and Hanuman fell to the earth, dead with a broken jaw. So at that time, Vayu, the wind god, when he saw Hanuman was wounded, he also saw the weapon returning to Lord Indra. So Vayu, Dev, he picked up Hanuman and ran into the Patal Lok, the world below the grounds of the earth. As the wind god left the earth, there was no air in the world. So people, animals, and trees struggled to breathe and started to die. Then all the gods came and consoled the wind god. So after that, Brahmaji revived Hanuman, and then Brahmaji asked all the demigods to bestow their blessings upon Hanuman. So then the sun god, he gave his stage, his effulgence, his energy, 1% of his stage to Hanuman, and he also gave all the knowledge of the Shastras to Hanuman, all the knowledge of the Puranas and Vedas. Indra gave him his necklace, and he blessed him that his thunderbolt would be able to harm him anymore. Shiv blessed him also, bless Hanuman also, that his weapons will not harm him. Yamraj blessed Hanuman that he will never fall ill. So his Yam Danda, the stick, will never fall on him. Vishwakarma also blessed Hanuman that no weapons of any devta will harm him. And Brahmaji blessed him that no Brahman can curse him. Brahmaji also blessed Hanuman that he can become as small as anything, small particle, and then he can also become very big, and that he will be victorious in all battles, and that he will help Lord Ram in the battle against Ravan. So this is all the blessings that Hanuman got from the Devdas.
He also got a pearl necklace from Brahma, and Brahma said that whoever is able to notice this necklace is your Lord. And so we'll find out later what happens with that.
Okay.
It was invisible to everyone except for Lord Ram.
All right. Anyone want to add anything? Any other pastimes, Mataji? Because I first to Hanuman meets Lord Ram.
Yeah, there's another pastime about him learning the Vedas from Suryadev. One day he used to harass all the sages a lot, and then one sage told him that you are so mischievous, but you will forget everything that you know until someone reminds you. So he came home and he told his father, I'd like to study. So father said, okay, the best teacher is Suryadev. So he went to Suryadev and said, I want to learn from you. So Suryadev said, I don't have any more space in my school. Suryadev's school was amazing. Because Suryadev doesn't stay in one place, he always moves around. So the students would also move around while Suryadev was teaching. So Hanuman said, I don't mind, I'll stay moving with you. So he did that. Initially, he had his back to Suryadev, and then he said, no, I can't see my teacher, so I'd like to, he faced Suryadev, and so, they were going around, and he learned everything from Suryadev. And at the end, Hanuman said, I'd like to thank you for all the gyan you've given me. What can I give you in return to you? So he said, I have a son called Sugrim, and I'd like you to go and be his minister, because Sugrim needs someone who is really intelligent like you to help him. Riansh, you want to add something?
Yes, Mataji.
Go on.
Mataji, when you told that Rishi, one sage, cursed Hanuman to forget the war,
Yes.
Then in Ramayana, when they have to cross the ocean, then Jambavan reminded Hanuman.
Correct. Correct. Yes. Thank you, Riyansh.
Mataji and Hanuman is as fast as the mind, and it is told in Manojavam Marata Tulya Vegam. The first line describes that Hanuman is as fast as the mind.
Yes. Thank you, Riyansh. Okay. Anyone
Okay.
else? Okay. Thank you, Karuna.
Okay, so now I move to Hanuman meeting Lord Ram. So while Lord Ram was and Lakshman was searching for Sita Devi in the forest, so they arrive in Kishkinda and they met Hanuman there. So then
So,
Hanuman carried
sorry,
Lord
this
Ram. Yeah.
sorry, this so when Hanuman meets Lord Ram, that invisible necklace only Ram can see. And he asks Lakshman, can you see the necklace? And Lakshman says no. So at that time, Hanuman realizes that Lord Ram is his Lord and he will always serve him.
Jai Shri Ram. So then this Hanuman takes Lord Ram and Lakshman to meet Sugriv. So Sugriv is in very lamented mood because he has lost his kingdom, and then Lord Ram helps Sugriv by killing Bali, who stole the kingdom. And after killing Bali, Lord Ram coronated Sugriv. So after that, Lord Ram fathered Ali, the new monkey king Sugriv, who agreed to send his army in all four directions to search for Lord Ram's missing wife Sita Devi. So Jambavan helped Hanuman to remember his own potential. So Hanuman started growing in size. He grew bigger and bigger. And he stood up, stretched his hands, and took a giant leap across the sea to go to Lanka. Want to add anything, Mataji?
No. Riyansh, you got your hand up. You want to add anything?
Yes, Mataji.
Go on.
While Ravali was killed from behind, Lord Rama came and while Vali said to Rama I thought you are a religious man, but you have killed me. So then Lord Rama gave 3 reasons to Vali why I have killed you. The first reason was because he's from Ishwaku dynasty. If someone does anything bad, he have to kill them. Second thing, if a animal is hurting a animal, he should kill. And third reason is he had to be virtuous, otherwise he would be he would be entangled. That are the 3 reasons why Ram told to Sugriva. Means Bali while he was dying at the last moment, and while Hanuman was going, his body grew bigger in size, and and he did not he did not went away like that only. He climbed on the Mahendra Parvat, and from that he went on the ocean.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Just one little pastime that I remembered. When Hanuman brings Ram and Lakshman to Sugriv, and Sugriv offers only Lord Ram a seat, not Lakshman. So Hanuman realizes that Sugriv doesn't really know the etiquette, of how you're supposed to serve the Atithi. So he quickly went and got a seat for Lakshman, and then Ram realized that Hanuman is really intelligent, and whoever Hanuman serves will be really fortunate. And also another incident that happened was actually when Hanuman met Lord Ram. Ram asked him, so who are you? So instead of saying, I am your servant, unfortunately, Hanuman said, I'm the servant of Sugriv. And Lord Ram was not happy with that comment. So for 4 months, Lord Ram did not speak to Hanuman because he wanted Hanuman to realize that Hanuman is his servant, not the servant of his servant. Thank you, Bruna.
Okay, so Lord Hanuman also went inside the demon scene. He came out and he killed the filthy demon. This is mentioned in the Sundarkand Ramayana. So while going to Lanka, he had to fight this demon. When he reached Lanka, he met Sita Devi and he gave him the ring of Lord Ram, and Sita Devi gave him her Churamani, a hair band, so that he could give it to Lord Ram. But before leaving Lanka, he put fire to the whole Lanka. Now he ate fruits from the garden, and then when they burned his tail, that's how he puts fire in whole Lanka. And when he returned back, he gave the Churamani to Lord Ram. Then they all prepared to go, Lord Ram, Lakshman, Jamavan, Sugriv, they all prepared to go to Lanka to get Sita back. But before that, Lord Ram did the Abhishek of the prayers for Lord Shiva, so that he could help them to have the Setu to go to Lanka. And Lord Ram and Nal and Neil, they wrote the name of Sri Ram on all the rocks and built the bridge to go to Lanka. And here we have a picture, a real picture that the Setu still exists in the ocean. The bridge still exists. Anyone want to add anything else?
I just remembered about the pastime of the squirrel also helping. So Lord Ram saw that Hanuman was just getting the squirrel to just move out of his way so he can, keep on putting all these rocks himself. So Lord Ram asked Hanuman, why are we actually building this bridge? So Hanuman said, to go and fight Ravan. He said, not really, because I'm Paramatma. I can, get Ravan to have a heart attack. I can kill him by, without you having to do anything. So he's asked him again. And Hanuman just could not give the right answer. So Hanuman eventually said, okay, Lord Ram, why are we actually building this bridge? So Lord Ram said, because I want all of you to work together to serve me. So just as you're serving me, the squirrel also is serving me. So, please allow him to also help. Riansh, you'd like to add anything?
Mataji, I want to add that while Hanuman was crossing through the ocean, he did not met only Simhika, but he met two other people also. First person I will tell, and second person also. While he was going in his way, a big mountain came from the sea and obstructed Hanuman. Then Hanuman asked, what is your name and from where did you came? Then that mountain told his name, that his name was Mainaka, and and I had came from under from the ocean. Then Hanuman said, why are you here? Then Mainaka narrated that one day when I was on the lands, that time the mountains would fly, and they would fly into the higher planets, and in some place where some citizens, some rishis and some demigods, there was where they are, that mountains would fly there, and they would fall in that places more than many of them. When they came to heavenly planets like this, the Gandharvas, the sages, the citizens started killing one of the flying mountains, and in the flying mountains, Mainaka was also there. So while he was going to means he going to land in some place, a Rishi cursed that you will have no wings, and you don't have any wings, and you can't fly now. So Mainaka fell into the ground, on the land again, and on that day only the mounts means in the earth layer there was a crack, and from the crack came all the demons, ghosts, rakshasas came from the Patala to earth to destroy the earth. But when he saw this, he saw this mountain Mainaka, and put Mainaka in the deeper of the ocean, and he he put their meat, so no demons can enter the earth again. And Mainaka asked why they have to serve him, but why they told that in future you will meet a person and you can serve that person. And Mainaka told this all to Hanuman, and he told that I want to serve you, but Hanuman told, I am on a very urgent mission. I have to search. Lord Rama called me to search Mother Sita, so I have to not take rest on you. Otherwise, it will be delayed. And
Thank you. Okay, I think he's probably having problems. Thank you, Karuna.
Okay, so then there was the fight, the battle between the Ram army and Ravan, and Meghnad injured Lakshman. So then Hanuman had to fetch the Sanjeevani Bhuti, a herb, to cure Lakshman, but he couldn't recognize which one to take from the Himalayas where he had gone to find to get the Sanjeevani Bhuti. So he lifted a part of the hill of the mountain, and he brought that to where Lakshman was, and then they had the Sanjeevani Bhuti to cure him. And then during the fight, Ram had to kill Ram killed Ravan. So there is also one pastime where Lord Hanuman, he opened his heart and he showed that Ram and Lord Ram and Devi Sita dwell in his heart. Anyone want to add anything here?
No, I think you can carry on.
And then there is this pastime where Bhim meets Hanuman before the battle at Kurukshetra. So there Hanuman showed him his real identity. In fact, Bhim didn't want to pass over his tail, so he tried to lift his tail but couldn't lift his tail. So then Hanuman showed him his real identity, and he promised him that he would be on his flag and he would help them like this on the flag of Arjun's chariot. Pavan Putra Hanuman ki jai.
Yay.
Anyone want to add anything?
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna. So, why did Hanuman carry the whole mountain?
Haribol, because he couldn't recognize which booty he had to take, so he felt he should just take more or less whatever was on a small mountain.
So, in Hanuman Chalisa, it is said, Nashe rog hare sabapira japata nirantara hanumata veera. So, Hanumanji, he is a best and first Ayurvedic doctor. How can he not recognize? He recognized, he knew the plant, but he thought that if one plant can cure one person or some people, why not take the whole mountain? Like that, if the Vedas, if the doctors needed any bhutis, I would not have to go back. So that's why it's not that he did not recognize. How can Hanuman not recognize a plant? Right? So this is the secret that Hanumanji knew, but he said that if the doctors needed more other plants, so he took the whole mountain. That is the one reason. And there was an incident when Hanumanji was taking the mountain to Lanka. So who can tell about that incident? Anybody? Riyanj? What happened to Hanumanji when he was carrying the mountain to Lanka? Okay, no one.
Mataji, I don't know the story.
Okay, I will tell you the story, beta, don't worry. So what happened is, Hanumanji, he was carrying the mountain to Lanka. He was passing through Ayodhya. And Bharat, who was in Nandigram, for 1 second, he saw that there was maybe a demon taking that mountain away. And he shot Hanumanji. He shot him in his leg. Hanumanji fell with a mountain. Then why did Hanumanji fell? He was so strong. He could carry the mountain. So how come he fell? This is a great lesson for all of us. Sometimes we think that, oh, I am the best here. I can do more than anyone else. But we have this tinge of like puffness, you know, pride, exactly. So Hanumanji, for 1 second, he thought that if I don't, because Ram told him, Hanumanji, make sure you come before sunrise. So he was thinking, if I don't reach, Lakshman will die. He was thinking like that. But in fact, that kind of pride for 1 second grew into his heart. Then Bharat, who always see even demons like Devdas, he saw Hanumanji like a demon for 1 second. Then when he fell, he realized, I should not have thought like that, that I am doing this, I am the only one capable of doing this job for the Lord. Actually, the Lord could have done it himself, but he wanted to give the credit to his devotee. And even just like Jayanti just said about the squirrel, Ram said, I could have done it myself. I just want to use all of you in my service. It's just showing that we need to have a service attitude toward the Lord. So then Hanumanji had that incident. And also about the Sanjeevani Murti, many people say that he could not recognize, which is not true. He is a great Ayurvedic doctor. And he says, in the Hanuman Chalisa, he says he can cure people. So he knew that. That is one question. And how did Hanumanji convince Mother Sita that he was not a demon?
He recited the Ramayana.
Recited the Ramayana and showed the ring.
Yeah,
he didn't recite the Ramayana there. Hanumanji didn't recite the Ramayana. He talked in Avadi Bhasha. Avadi Bhasha means the language of Awadh, where Ram was originated from.
Yes.
Yes, because in Lanka, nobody would understand that language. So then Sita would say, yes, somebody from my sasurar has come, from my in-laws has come. So then he goes with the slokas. Rakshati swasti vristasya swajana swabhirakshita rakshita loka lokasya dharmasya cha parantava. He says, he who has a capacity to vanquish his enemies, he who is capable of upholding his rightness and his dharma, he who is always engaged in protecting his own people, is a son of King Dasrath. So as soon as Mother Sita heard this, she immediately realized that this one is not a demon. This one has come from my in-laws. This is how he convinced Mother Sita that he is from Ram. Okay. So any question? Anybody who can? We could have like a quiz here. So how can we? Okay. Go ahead, Riyanj.
I can create a quiz.
We cannot see anything. You can see your hand.
What, Mataji? I can't hear you. Your voice is very low and breaking.
My voice.
Yes, Mataji.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So how can we give an example? How can we live life like we can take Hanumanji as an example in our life? What can we do? How does Hanumanji behave with Lord Ram that we can take the example? We can follow that example.
Serving.
Yes, how? Serving. There are lots of kind of serving, right? So you know Hanumanji, how he sits. His one foot is always flat on the ground and the other foot is on the knees. That is, he has already taken the position to leap, to jump as soon as he doesn't have to, Ram doesn't have to tell him, Lord Ram doesn't have to open his mouth. Hanumanji looking at his Lord, he knows that the Lord needs some service. He will just leap, he will just jump. He never stand so that he has to take paces and walk. He is always in that position. One foot flat on the ground and on the one on the knee. If he has to leap, he just jump. That is his. So we should be like always eager to serve the Lordship. We should not wait for the devotees to tell us what to do, what not to do. We should try to find out what is beneficial for the Lord, and we engage ourselves in the service of the Lord. So he dedicated his whole life with Lord Ram. He helped to find Mother Sita. So we can connect with devotees in this way. We can learn from them and we can offer services. We can accept the suggestion and we can help. We should not be like, okay, I know too much, so I don't need anyone. That's not the mood. Hanuman was never like that. Although he was highest at everyone except for Ram. But yet he did not show this kind of things. And then he even didn't know about his own strength, right? He was like kind of revived his strength by Jamban, and he took the risk. So we should find teachers, we should find coach, we should find mentors, and we should believe in them. We should put our trust in the elders so that the elders can guide us. So also he never said no. You know, he carried the whole mountain. And even if he was hurt, he still carried. He did not say, oh, I cannot do it, it's too hard. He found ways always around just to make the thing even like make the hard thing become easy. That is the mood of Hanuman. Every difficult situation, he turned it into a kind of easy task for him to do. Right? So even in Lanka, when they captured him, what did he do? Other people, someone else would say, oh, they put fire on my tail. But he turned it the other way. He jumped from roof to roof and he burned whole Lanka. But that doesn't mean that we should be destructive, right? We should not be destructive. It's not that we become destructive, but that any situation that arises to torment our mental and physical well-being, we can transform that into something good. We should transform our pain and not transmit it. We learn to love like Hanuman. Hanuman is a greatest example of love. Hare Krishna. I hope I didn't speak too much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Karuna, for an interesting PowerPoint presentation, and all the other devotees who contributed as well. Thank you. So, Pavan Putra Hanuman ki jai.
Mataji, I want to put the small kiss.
Sorry?
Mataji, I want to put the small kiss, I think.
Okay, we haven't really got time because we're going to do a bhajan and also do the Hanuman Chalisa before we do the Shinga prayers. Okay, maybe tomorrow. Can we do that? Leave that till tomorrow? Riyash?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Kanchan, would you like to sing your bhajan?
Yeah, okay. It's not a long one, so hopefully. Can you hear me all right? Yeah.
Yeah. We
Hanuman Dada.
can.
Hanuman Dada ki jai. चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धून मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धून मचाए सी धून मचाए सी धून मचाए चले हनुमान यहाँ आए श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। सीताराम नाम की धुन मचाए, सीताराम नाम की धुन मचाए। सुन कर आए रघुराए, श्री राम जी की धुन मचाए। सुन कर आए रघुराए, श्री राम जी की धुन मचाए। भक्त जनों का घर पावन करवा, भक्त जनों का घर पावन करवा। आओ यावो ने रघुराए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। आवो आवो ने रघुराए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। गंगा जी आए, यमुना जी आए, गंगा जी आए, यमुना जी आए। त्रिवेणी संगम आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। त्रिवेणी संगम आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। दास जनों की ऐसी विनंती, दास जनों की ऐसी विनंती। चरण कमल बलिहारी, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। चरण कमल बलिहारी, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। चले हनुमान यहाँ आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। चले हनुमान यहाँ आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। धून मचाए सी धून मचाए, धून मचाए सी धुन मचाए। चले हनुमान यहाँ आए, श्री राम जी की धून मचाए। बोलो श्री हनुमान दादा की जय। Thank you. Hari Bol. Just trying.
Thank you. That was good. Thank you. Okay. Malini?
Yes, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Hey, Hare Krishna. So, do you want to chant the Hanuman Chalisa?
Yes, yes.
Mataji, you also know Hanuman Chalisa.
No, yeah, you can mute yourself and follow on the other.
Vikas Malosas lah. Yeah, Mataji. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to make the screen big.
Okay.
Make
Yeah,
the
I'm trying to
screen
make
big.
the words bigger as well. So, okay.
Yeah. Shri Guru Charana Saro Rajana Nija Mana Mukura Sudar Barano Baragu Bara Bimala Jasu Jodaya Kapalacha Buddhihina Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavana Kumar Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi Karahu Kalesh Vikar Jai Hanuman Jana Guna Sagar Jai Kapi Sati Hu Loka Ujagar Ramaduta Tulita Dabaladhama Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanama Mahabira Bikrama Bajarangi Kumati Nivara Sumati Kesamgi Hata Bajra Aura Dwaja Viraje Kande Muje Jani Saje Samkara Suvana, Kesari Nandana, Teja Pratap के तेज प्रताप महाजगबंधन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातु राम काज करिबे को आतु प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लसन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धारि सियाई दिखावा बिकट रूप धरि लंका जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाई सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर सिर लाई रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बराई तुम मम प्रिय भरत ही सम भाई सहस बदान तुम जस गावत अस कहि श्रीपति कंता लगावत सानक दीक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सरद सहित अहिसा जाम कुबेर दिगपल जहाते कभी को भी दा कही सके हाँ कहाँ ते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा राम मिलाया रजपद दीन्हा तुमरो मम विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भाई सब जग जाना युग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माई जलधि लगी जा गए अचराज नाही दुर्गा माँ काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होतन अजनबीनु पैसारे सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को धराना अपना तेज समारो आपे तीनों लोक हाकत कापे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मान क्राम बचन ध्यान जुलावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तीन के काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोय अमित जीवन पल पावे चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा हे प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असबर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे आमता काला रघुबर पराजे जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त काए और देवता सीता न दाराए हनुमत से सर्व सुख करए संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरो हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाही जो सत भर पत्ता खरा को छुटहि बंदी महासुख होई जो यहाँ पारे हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि सखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा तीजे नाथ हृदय महादेरा पवन तनय सम Pavanatanya Sankataharana Mangalamurti Ru Rama Lakshmana Sita Sahita Hidaya Basahu Sura Rupa Siyavara Ramachandra Ki Jai Umavar Shambhunatha Pada Gairaho Mahabira Bajarangi Pada Gairaho Sharanagato Hari. Jai Shri Hanuman. Thank you.
You're muted, Mataji.
Sorry.
Mataji,
Yes, Riyansh?
Mataji,